Welcome. This is still the Premier League preview show. Welcome to the FPL zone. The Oracle is not around, but in an era where data drives everything, we won't be too worried because we've brought in the man who has numbers, facts, tangible things, and he's a believer in hardcore stats. The professor is in the building. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Great. So what's happening this weekend? People had to do all kinds of maneuvers in midweek to get their teams in shape.
The goal machine was missing in midweek, so a lot of people were thinking whether to sell him, whether to not. I held because, these things, eventually, over the course of the season, it pays off. That 1 week I miss, it won't cost me in the long run.
All right. So this weekend, what's the juice?
Well, like I said, FPL, what you're looking for is teams that are conceding a lot, and you pick the players they are playing against. So my victims for this weekend are Aston Villa, Southampton, and I can't remember the last one, but I ended up picking Mitrovic, Saka, and Ivan Toney. So can we start with Bukayo Saka?
Okay, so Bukayo Saka, yes, those are his numbers.
So like I said earlier on the show, if you were missing, Southampton have kept 1 clean sheet in the league. In fact, they were the last team in the British football pyramid, the Football League, the 92 teams in the Football League, to get a clean sheet. So every team from League 2 to the Premier League had kept a clean sheet, at least one, before this midweek. And Southampton were the last team to join them. So as you can see on paper, the goals will come. And Saka has been the driving force right now. He's kind of taking over the kind of goal scoring and assisting mantle from Gabriel Jesus. And he's also their penalty taker. So if there's some clumsiness in the box, he's the most likely to benefit. Even if he doesn't score, he's likely to maybe play a pass to Martinelli, make something happen. So Arsenal players are the players to kind of focus on. And that's why I picked Bukayo Saka, because he is the main man for Arsenal right now. Other interesting picks, if you don't want to add Saka, someone a bit cheaper, Granit Xhaka. Right now he's playing more of a number 8 who is in the box more. He's 5 million. You can't guarantee points from him, but because he's an Arsenal player, will be involved in the build-up, there's a goal and assist there. So if you don't like Bukayo Saka, you can look at Granit Xhaka.
Okay, the next player you mentioned, Mitrovic.
Yes, I did mention Mitrovic. So as we all know, Mitrovic has stormed into the league. We thought he couldn't do it in the Premier League, but he's proven us right. And that was the last victim I forgot, Leeds United. Yes. They were very poor against Leicester, and I saw them over midweek. I was thinking to myself, this is going to be a very easy game for Mitrovic. So he's at 6.8 million. He's the penalty taker for Fulham. Fulham are very, they are expansive enough. They are going to create chances. We've seen them take it to big teams, give them trouble them. So Mitrovic is always one to watch. Another good guy who from Fulham, if you are also looking for an alternative to Mitrovic, maybe you feel Mitrovic is too expensive, is Andres Pereira. He's one of the cheaper midfielders. Again, he's in that Xhaka mode. He's in the final third, you make things happen. He also takes set pieces. So you might get a free kick goal, an assist from corners, that kind of stuff. So with Fulham, Mitrovic is the main man to look out for. Okay. But then you can look at Andres Pereira as your backup.
All right, final player?
Ivan Toney. So we all know Ivan Toney. And now he's adding free kicks to his game. We know his penalty record. His last 22, he scored them. So if a penalty comes, easy goal, clean goal. And Aston Villa have just sacked their coach. They looked bad before that, and now they are managerless. So there's a lot of lack of confidence. And he's going to be playing against one of the worst centre-backs in the division, in my opinion, in Tyrone Mings. So I expect Tyrone Mings to make a mistake, give Ivan Toney the chance, and get that easy goal. If you're not too keen on Ivan Toney, he's one of the better. He's actually also one of the best through ball players in the Premier League. It's an underrated aspect of his game, and usually his favorite target is Brian Mbeumo. So if you're not sure about Ivan Toney, you don't take the risk. Try Brian Mbeumo. He makes great runs in behind. And we all know how Brentford are going to play. There's going to be a lot of crosses, a lot of balls into the box. And Ivan Toney and Mbeumo will try and be in the box to get on the end of that. So Toney, again, penalty guy. He's scoring free kicks now. He's the main guy to look for. But if you want that guy who's a bit underrated, not as many people own, check out Brian Mbeumo. So I've given you 2 for the price of 1. So every player, I've given you an alternative. Great. And someone who can make things happen for their team.
Okay, great. The Professor, thank you so much.